Davante Adams is still one of the best red zone receivers in the NFL. Here's a couple plays that really put that on display in this Rams offense. So let's first take a look at this play here. This is against the Titans. This is one of his first red zone touchdowns of the year. And this is a great example firsthand of how good Davante still is. So on this route, you're going to see he's working one-on-one. This DB is going to work on Davante. Now, this is an isolated scenario. And if you watch the DB's feet, he looks like he's in an even stance at the feet. But in actuality, he's got a little bit of shading showing some inside leverage, like he wants Davante to release out. And Davante, knowing that, he wants to go out. He kind of has to go out based off the route that he's about to run. But this is the most dangerous time to face Davante's when you've got him lined up on the outside. So let's take a look at this first route. So first he takes his first step. He's climbing out, right? And you see the DB. He's following him really close. Takes that second step. He hesitates. And it's not really a hesitation. It's Davante kind of just slowing himself down. So as he's going, usually he's keeping a wide stance. And then as he's getting to the top of his route, or to this point, he decides to slow himself down, bring his legs a little closer together, and then kick back out and get back up. So you see he brings his feet together right here. He kicks out that back foot and goes. The DB slows down his own momentum and is unable to recover in time. And Davante gets the split edge on him. And that's an easy touchdown all day for Davante Adams. Now, this route specifically is something that Davante excels at time after time, and he still does it even this far into his career. These fade routes in the end zone are exactly what the QBs love from him, especially Stafford. So watch how he does against this DB over here. This is an 89 in motion. He comes up, he's going to split. This is a signature thing for Davante, even to his career. It's made him famous, is the way he just pops up from his back foot, hops up, gets into a split stance, and then slides out and gets out in front of the DB, out to the outside shoulder. Every time, these DBs never know how to handle it. They never get their hands on him. He always gets by. See his feet come up here. He sets, and then he pumps out. So it looked like his arm was giving way this way. And by going slightly this way, you could see the DB's trying to stay even. And he knows he's gonna blow by him to the outside. He just doesn't have the time to recover, and it's just a great throw. And just off the line, it's hard to beat a fade like that, especially when the release is like this. Just boom, quick, boom, boom, and go. It's basically a quick speed release, but he adds a little bit of a split there, and he just gets both of the feet in for the touchdown. Davante, again, footwork is key for young receivers, and he shows a great example of how important that is about beating your DB and who you're facing in the first 3 steps. You beat him in the first 3 steps, you've won the route. Just let the QB get the ball to you at that point. So here we see something a little bit different. So you see down here, Davante's working one-on-one with this Saints DB, and he's also got even stance here, but he's not indicating which way he's going to cover. Even, he's leaving. Every receiver knows that. But the problem is we don't know. The DB's trying to figure out, is Davante going to break to his inside or to his outside? That is really the ultimate question here. And you could tell by the stance of the Saints defense that this back end zone could very much be clear and open very fast, or this window here is going to be open very fast, especially if this linebacker pulls down. That's the key. Now, for Davante, if you're going to get free here, you got to beat him in the first 2 steps. And his releases, as we've already seen, have been deadly. And we know that he tends to be very good on his fade routes. In this case, we see him come up, take a couple steps, fake in here, and then just cut across right back there. Runs a great release. We'll get a quick catch here. Just watch his feet. First step. Kicks up. Sets the left. Sells it. The DB bites. Little opening. Now he's got to recover. Stafford is already going to fire. This plan was only going to work on this play if Davante got free immediately, and he does just that. And you see it. Boom. Completion. Touchdown right away. The key to Davante still being such a great red zone threat is that for the quick fire passes, you know that he can get free fast. It's just about afterwards the long speed. And that's why you don't really see an obsessive or insane amount of deep touchdowns, I would say, like deep throws. But in this case, you need some quick yardage, something quick, fast to get your offense down the field. This is your guy. Now, let me take this opportunity to correct myself. I had no idea that Davante Adams actually had a 16% deep rate percentage, which is the highest on the Rams, and he's actually one of the best deep threats this year in the NFL. So I take that back. Now this last play comes up against the 49ers. Let's see how Davante does in this look. Now you can tell this one's a little wide. It could go many different ways here. They're running with 7 people on the line, 1 man offline, but connected to the offensive line. 1 man in the backfield, 2 on the left side. So we're seeing it's going to be something heavy to the left. Now the question is going to be, is it going to be Davante running this way? Is it going to be the guy mimicking? Could it be something like this where Puka's running this way and then this receiver's running this way? How could it really look? Well, when you know it's man-to-man, these guys are tied down, right? These guys are locked in, and these guys are providing support in different areas of the field here, and they're also watching for the run potentially to come up and attack. You really need to consider as an offensive coordinator, what do you do to kind of attack this to get your guys free quickly? And the offensive coordinator makes a great call here. You're going to see Davante come up quickly. And like I said, he's been very good with his quick releases this year and gets free very fast and opens up windows quickly that could seal quickly as well. So as long as Stafford sees him fast, he fires, he's got him, you're never going to lose. In this case, Davante's going to come up, get up to this point, and break across. But what makes this play easier for Davante is Puka working here with this DB who's going to sell, and he's going to cross. So we're going to see a crossing pattern here just on this half field, just to see who gets open fast. Now, if they switch off, it could be more difficult to cover, because at this point, this DB could stick with Puka, this guy could stick with Adams and still have the advantage. But if they don't switch, there's going to be problems for the 49ers. And here there definitely was. He comes up, couple kicks, sells the right, DB kicks out a little bit, and now Adams has the immediate advantage. Do they switch? They do not switch. Stafford sees he got him beat off the line. He's going over. Completed. Touchdown. Davante Adams, still one of the fastest on his feet in the league. Again, preset is the star here. You just see it. He's leading up with that inside leg is going to be in the front here. He's got his outside leg back. You just see it right here. Takes the first step. 1, 2. Kick it out right. He goes into that split look that he's made so famous, the split hop. He's just so good at that. It's basically you're kicking up, you do a hop off that one leg, and when you set, you're going out here, you're leaning into it, and then you're pushing off and going back the opposite way. And he just gets the DB there, and the DB just doesn't know how to respond. As a defensive back, it is very difficult to cover receivers one-on-one, and it's almost unfair at times to ask a corner to have to do these things, but it's what you're assigned to do. It's the job. If the receiver's not very good with his feet, you should be fine. But in this case, it's Davante. You'd be much better off covering an ice cream truck than covering that. I mean, seriously. Davante is still a machine of a receiver, still automatic with his feet, the most trusted guy you want on the field when you need short, quick conversions, short, quick passes that can turn into big plays really quickly. Davante's still that guy even after all these years.